I have planned this set poorly. Here's the thing. Before we came out here, we're in the process of writing a new record, okay? So all the songs that we've sung tonight, I believe all of them, we do have them on various little CDs and stuff out there. But we're writing a new record right now. And while we love picking on each other and picking on other people a lot, we are actually Christian fellows. Here's the thing. I believe, the scripture says there are many parts, one body, okay? And in a few minutes, like I said, protest is going to come up here, and they're going to
slay your face.
They're going to slay, first of all, but they're going to clean up where we messed up for another thing. But, you know, there's a lot of uplifting Christian music out there, but sometimes you just, you know, like my kids, sometimes you need to be whomped upside the head. You know? And
I'm trying to sell some music here, man.
And so that's kind of how we do that. We try to pick on topics that we think we're a little bit guilty of ourselves. For instance, obviously Brady is a hipster, and obviously I'm a very... I'm just glad I didn't let you bring the cowbell for this. Anyway, we're going to play one last song for you guys, and we're going to wrap things up. This song is going to be on the new album. This is the first time we've ever played it, ever, live, acoustically or otherwise, actually. Here's the thing, and honestly, to take a serious note, and this is a difficult way for me to do this because I just played nothing but goofy song. And you know the reason that also happened was because backstage when I was forming the set list, Brady said, let's just play the songs that we're best at. And that's how that happened. But I don't know about any of you guys. I know that there's probably a bunch of believers in here, but I know there's probably some of us that aren't. And I know that as a believer, I came to know Jesus when I was 9 years old. Okay, I was raised in the church. I was inside the church every time the doors were open. You know, that kind of story. I didn't have a radical testimony. I have several friends that do, like unbelievable stories about coming to Jesus, and I didn't have a story like that. So trying to find my place as a Christian, being able to present the gospel to people that have experienced unbelievable things in life that I couldn't possibly even relate to, it's been very difficult for me. So I decided that the best thing for me to do was to usually just pick on people that just need to be cut down to size. So that's where I found it. But I found myself in an interesting position where I had some family members that I knew did not know the Lord. And I wasn't angry with them or bitter towards them at all for not understanding where I was coming from. I was sad and heartbroken, honestly, because I just didn't know how to reach them, you know. And sometimes it felt like they didn't have any room to hear anything that I had to say. And that's just an insecure position that I was in. And so I started reflecting on something I heard. What is the guy's name? Penn and Teller. You guys remember Penn? You know who Penn and Teller are? So the one that talks, Penn, is that him? Or Teller? Or Penn? He's an atheist. And everybody knows that about him. He's a very smart, intellectual man. But there was a few years ago, you probably remember this, because it was a viral video of him. After a performance, he said a Christian man stepped up to him, gave him a Bible, and he said this man was different than a lot of Christians that he encountered. He was not being really pushy with anything. He just said, hey man, brother, I feel like the Lord wanted me to give you this, and I thought you did an excellent job tonight. It was a lot of fun. I think you're very talented. But anyway, just felt compelled to give this to you. And he said, he was looking at the camera, and you could tell he's kind of undone, his hair down, he was sweaty from the show, and his guard was down. And he just was saying, you know what? This man was a good man. He said he was a genuine man. And he said, I've always wondered to myself, Christians, if you believe what you say, if you believe that there is a heaven and there is a hell, and that outside of the love of Jesus, I am destined for eternal separation from him in a place called hell. If you truly believe that, and these are his words, then if you wouldn't come after me with everything you possibly had to get me into heaven, I would have to ask myself, how much must you hate me to not want to save me from that? And he said, this man was so genuine to him. He said, it's the same thing as if you're walking out in front of a vehicle in traffic and somebody came along and saw you and could have saved you and ripped you out of the way, but they didn't. he said that's kind of the way he viewed it, and that was a very sobering thought for me. And that's the way I was viewing my family. So sometimes we don't know how to speak to them. I know this is long and drawn out, but I wrote this song. It's going to be on the new record, and it's called The Savior's Calling, because whether or not I know how to say this, I will always be in prayer for my brothers and sisters and my family members that somehow they hear the voice of Jesus, and whether that's through me or through other circumstances, that's our ultimate desire as a band and my desire personally. So this is The Savior's Calling.
If you hear me before we say goodbye, you're disappearing, we're running out of time. I know you wish I would let you go, so you could just move on. But how is that love if you don't know? Savior's calling. Oh, I can see you running to Him. Oh, feel the fire drawing you in. Oh, consuming love is moving. Taste and you will see. Say when your sins have found you out. I know that it has to be your choice. Nights I lie awake, praying you'd somehow hear His voice. Savior's calling. Oh, I can see you running to Him.
Thank you guys so much. Brian Spartacus from Nashville. Protest is up next.